Shubor nakashlem jong unongsan hima.
Ka Meghalaya Biodiversity Board negasngi kelapanlong ke jing ajing hikai ya ki upisar ketenat forest but environment jaka sarkar jilla man pentrikam ya ka provisions of Biological Diversity Act RJR hadengkat bat ke jing pek kirpang ya ke jing pentrikam ya ka access and benefit sharing ha ke jilla Meghalaya habakran hani ke jing ilang menteri badipet ya ketenat klau u James PK Sangma Ulapan pal ya ka jingdan kam banyada bat ben bha ya ka saudong saukun bat banyok lat na ka jingdan ka Biological Diversity Act RJR ula angru bakipat ba na ka ni kejela kidan ni kejingtep ka bapaka halor ka jinglong kemaryang bat kumjuru habaide bakisiet ulapan paru ya ka jingkio jo ka jingla jengkipat ba habaide bat ka penek pensa ya kemaryang Hakani kesngi Menteri Ketenat Kelau ula aitiru ya ka cek ke baprapsan hajar sanspa syaka Biodiversity Management Committee na Singwell Gere Selsila Block West Gero Hills. Nakaliang ujem sangma ula kublai kerpang ya ka Singwell Gere BMC bat ukirman baka BMC kande kanukusa na humtaki wipat kisnong.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. Now the strategy action plan.
The Meghalaya Biodiversity Board was constituted in the year 2012 to implement the provisions of the Biodiversity Act 2002. Ever since its inception, the board has been striving to achieve the three key objectives envisaged in the Act, that is biodiversity conservation, the sustainable use of bioresources, and ensuring a fair and equitable share of benefits arising out of the bioresources and associated traditional knowledge. To ensure participation of the community and the local people at grassroots levels, biodiversity management committees have been constituted at village level, and people biodiversity registers have been documented for each BMC. I am happy to inform that the board has completed the formation of 6468 BMCs and documentation of DBRs in each BMC. I must also bring on record our gratitude to the DCs, the district nodal officers and the block development officers of all districts of Meghalaya who have played a vital role in achieving this task within the given deadline by the NGT. During its initial years, the board has laid emphasis on creation of awareness, capacity building, and constitution of BMCs and also district level bodies to coordinate the activities of the board at the district level. Each district has a technical support group to guide the BMCs and a district nodal officer to coordinate the activities. Awareness campaigns have been periodically organized by the board through the district nodal officers and BDOs. The board has also taken initiative to promote research on biodiversity by extending financial assistance to biodiversity research and documentation projects. The main purpose of the Act, as has been mentioned by our PCCF and HOP, is to realize equitable sharing of benefits, which is both monetary and non-monetary, rising out of the use of biological resources and its associated knowledge.
I am very thankful to Balingwa and his entire team and Dr. Razi, the chairman of our Biodiversity Board, for this lovely initiative that they have taken and for the kind of work that they've put in today towards protection of our biodiversity, and for this capacity building workshop that has been organized. It is indeed a great privilege and pleasure for me to address this valedictory session on the implementation of the provisions of the Biodiversity Act 2002. As we all know, the Act was enacted by the Parliament for the preservation of biological diversity in India, and it provides mechanisms for equitable sharing of benefits arising out of the use of traditional biological resources and knowledge. The Act was enacted to meet the obligations under the Convention on Biological Diversity, as India is a party to the convention which emanated out of the Earth Summit in Rio de Janeiro on the 5th of June 1992. But while we talk of the Act, it is important to take lessons from the recent alarming situation that COVID-19 pandemic created. More than anything, for Mother Nature, many things were undone for the better as well. And that gave us time to introspect about the relationship human beings have had with the environment all this while. It reminds us all of the profound consequences of our own well-being and survival that can result from continued biodiversity loss and degradation of ecosystems. Meghalaya, which is part of the Indo-Burma biodiversity hotspot, harbors rich and diversified flora and fauna. Varied altitude, topography, status of soil and climatic conditions favor high species richness and supports different types. As we all know, 76% of our land is forested, and that creates room for a unique forest economy where we can aspire to be a Silicon Valley of green products. And while we look at that direction, we must begin with our forests because they are the best carbon removal investments. Therefore, reforestation strategies and improving forest management have to be thought about together. The region is in the middle of significant changes which are causing extreme temperature changes and erratic rainfall pattern over the last few years. And this is very adversely affecting agriculture, livelihoods, and also the health of people. Therefore, raising awareness towards these issues is a vital step in meeting our objectives with regard to halting biodiversity loss and protecting our ecosystem. If we could generate awareness among the key stakeholders, be it the farmers, the business sector, or the wider public, our efforts towards security, biodiversity conservation will, I believe, fructify better. I take this opportunity to congratulate the board and Dr. Razi and his entire team for achieving the target of formation of the 6,468 BMCs and also the preparation of the PBRs as per the NGT order. The MBP's nominee, a self-help group from Mokornot, won the India Biodiversity Award 2016 under the category Sustainable Use of Bioresources for promoting and protecting root bridges. This is indeed a great honor for our state. The Umru BMC of Riboy district under the category Conservation of Wild Species Institution got special mention appreciation during the 22nd of May 2018 on the occasion of the International Day for Biological Diversity for Protection of Amur Falcons. This is again indeed a feather on our cap, no pun intended. Declaration of the first biodiversity heritage site, the Klau Kur Siem Kemieng, has been notified by the government of Meghalaya as Biodiversity Heritage Site on the 13th of December 2018, and this is indeed a great achievement. This site, as we all know, is situated in Umkon village in the Umling block in Riboy district, and this is the first such biodiversity rich site consisting of 16.05 hectares of area declared as Biodiversity Heritage Site in the state of Meghalaya. The International Biological Diversity Day celebration was also held on the 22nd of May, the International Day for Biological Diversity, which was celebrated by the board throughout Meghalaya. I'm extremely happy that the Meghalaya Biodiversity Board has published the Meghalaya State Biodiversity Strategy and Action Plan, which we all released just now, which is aimed towards providing a strategic framework for protection and conservation of the state biodiversity. The strategies and priority actions contained in the document take into consideration the needs in terms of conservation, sustainable use of its components, and equitable sharing of benefits. It also demonstrates Meghalaya's serious commitment to protecting our biodiversity for the benefit of our future generations through a series of targeted strategies and actions through fulfilling the mandate contained in the Biological Diversity Act of 2002. The MBSAP for 2017 till 2030 is developed along the lines of the 12 national biodiversity targets through extensive stakeholder consultations and public outreach. Implementing the MBSAP will no doubt be a challenging task, and it calls for active involvement of all the stakeholders. People's participation will remain central to its successful implementation with active support of the State Biodiversity Board. The MBSAP will drive us forward to capitalize the changes needed to reach our 2030 targets and the longer-term vision of living in harmony with nature by 2050. It also gives me immense pleasure to know that Meghalaya received the first ABS fund through the implementation of the Biological Diversity Act 2002. The ABS mechanism ensures that the financial benefits arising from the utilization of biodiversity and associated traditional knowledge, as well as the subsequent applications and commercialization, are shared in a fair and equitable way among all those organizations or communities identified as having contributed to resource management, research and development and commercialization. Reasons for this program, and I'm very sure that everything that you have spoken about will really go a long way in building up capacity among our officers. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.